is listening to Soul Giver a Sploosh. Greg and Joe and Greg, Joe and Greg, Greg and Joe. I can't come up with any lyrics, so just start the fucking show, bro. And let's hope our two guineas aren't a no-show. So now let's go.
Protein. I got protein all over the place, Mario. Here's slabs presented the right. Look at that. Pancakes, waffles, all different flavors. Clear protein, primal protein. Not just protein, Greg. They got essential amino acids.
I'm just
EAA.
Joe, I grabbed the wrong one.
Good stuff. And the only thing they don't have is Jerry, but they can borrow Jerry for a little while if they'd like. Hugo the Claus has to go early, so he asked if I can give him a AOC tongue twister. And who am I to say no? He's the man.
Come to New York, brother. I'll show you her parents' house. She grew up right up the street from me.
He's a fucking.
Go drunken at her parents' house.
She's a pretty young lady. I would definitely make love to her. The arm guy, that looks like you. You have a fucking twin brother. Muscle Sport magazine is recognized as the first true bodybuilder magazine focused on muscular development and physical culture. Let's keep it alive. Wow. Muscular development and physical. There was actually a physical culture. I think it was Bernard McFadden, like in the early 1900s.
Of what?
I'm talking like they were like the strong men in the fucking circus.
Oh, okay.
He had a physical culture. Bernard with two R's, MAC Fadden. He's one of these old time like grandfathers of bodybuilding. But the arm guy, I like what you say. I don't know how accurate it was.
Very nice.
The magazines before Oz. What? We're the only ones. So. And Greg, here is the love of your life.
Is that
using
really?
One of my old pictures, the big bad bear, and says, "Hope you have a good show, Joe." What about Greg? I'm not gonna have a good show unless my fucking co-host has a good show with me. My partner.
The show is the show. Now, yeah, Big Bear. There's no worries. Just don't.
Let's have fun, Bear. I told you in the DM.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you worry.
No big fucking. I flip out sometimes.
Yes, Hugo the Claus sent me this thing. It was an ad from his, his country, from Denmark, and it was like, "Wow, look at this great price rate." He translated it for me. This great price rate for this hotel, which isn't even that great of a hotel, he told me. And what it came out to when you did the denomination, you're figuring from euros to dollars, it was $315 a night. And they were making it sound like it was you were getting this grand old bargain. That's not a fucking bargain, bro. $315 a night. That's like that's a lot. I don't.
That is a lot.
At the Arnold, I fucking get the cheapest, closest one I can get. So yeah, things are expensive in his neck of the woods because of I think they're giving too much money to people that weren't born there.
Well, join the club and listen. That's why you shouldn't be pissed if Trump takes over Greenland. Maybe he has to have some scuttle.
Maybe he can get rid of some of these.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. You don't understand. All you other countries, it's monkey see, monkey do. They follow the United States, okay? And once Obama started with all that, women men could go in women's bathrooms and all this other bullshit. All that happened everywhere. And once they opened up the door for for all these savages from the Middle East coming over. Yeah. And again, it's not, you don't understand. It's fucking goes deeper than that. You can't have these other people in your country telling you what to do. They're in every country to have more rights. So, I don't know. I know Denmark is supposed to be a beautiful place. When I was young, it was the place we all wanted to go to for chicks. You had like some good sex shit going on over there. Right, Joe? You remember that?
Exactly.
We hear about that?
Oh, that was what a 40% discount that rate. See, when they put that, I kind of hesitate a little they say it's a discount because they'll mark it up for the sale. It's kind of one of those things, but still, the price is the price. It's still a fucking a thing. Don't fuck around, Big Bear. Oh, that sounds a little bit like Gregorio. Asher. Don't let them bully you, Bear. Stand up for. There you go, Asher. You look like you were in at a counter in South Carolina back in 1963. Who the fuck are you, Bumpy Johnson? Whoa, Bumpy Johnson mentioned. You know who Bumpy Johnson was?
No, who's that?
He was a big time drug dealer and criminal back in the 60s and 50s.
Oh wait, the black dude, the one that they made the movie.
Stuff like Frank Lucas was like his protege, and Frank Lucas is the guy in American Gangster. Denzel, you saw the movie with Denzel, which the Frank Lewis things, a lot of that's very inaccurate. He was a big shot. It's inaccurate.
But he was wasn't he a fucking rat, Joe? Wasn't he also a...
I believe so, yes. Yeah. I think he was working with the feds to give up the Italians. Yep. But Bumpy
don't give up the Italians.
He was like a kingpin guy. Definitely. He had a lot of things. Is there going to be a show? Yes, we were a little late. Things happened. I got a new commercial here. We had to get it loaded up and all of that. It actually was, I was trying to load it before I even sent you the email, and it was spinning and stuff. I was like, what the fuck's going on? But I got it loaded up. We're good. What's up, Joe and Birchby? Hey, Steve, that's your buddy.
Oh, shit, that's Steve. Steve, look.
What's up, Steve?
Steve, you want this? Steve, want this? He called me up. He's pissed. He went to the store, and they were out of these. And he goes, did you buy them all? No. I haven't bought them.
My wife likes the flavored waters, not the seltzer. She calls them cherry water.
Your wife?
Yeah, it's cherry and grape. She fucking drinks. And if they don't have, they have all the flavors, but like the one she wants, she's like.
But she likes the seltzer. It's the seltzer, right?
It's not. It's a non-carbonated water with this fruity like.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, it's got like a.
It's the same. It's a 1 liter, like the way you got.
Right.
Yep. But she always says, "What the fuck?" You know, they have every fucking flavor. Nobody buys. The only one that buy, they never have in stock.
She's never tried the flavored seltzer, right? Like
she doesn't like the bubbly seltzer.
Oh, see, I like the bubbles.
I like it better. Like
me too.
When I take a sip of her thing, it almost tastes like a flat thing because it does. It's it's supposed to be. I personally like Pellegrino water. I like plain seltzer. Not too. Oh, fuck you, cocksucker! Spam this all fucking day long. What's up, Keith? New World Muscle. How you doing, buddy? There's
Keith. What's going on, brother?
Dale Clark, King Dale. I'm gonna get through the fucking the comments today if it fucking kills me. Come on, Valentino, get it together. What is it like? The angel and the devil? You got Big Bad Bear and you got the
Big Bad Bear switching things. Megan Gendrick.
Dan, Greg needs to release Ferrigno's father's letter like the feds released the Epstein files.
Oh boy.
The Epstein files.
I have a letter if I ever released it, which I will never do, but if I did.
You word, and that's, you know what, I haven't even seen it. If you showed it to me and said keep it quiet, I would, but I truly have never seen it.
No, I can't. I gave it to Blackman. He gave it back to me. He goes, if I print this, there's going to be a lawsuit. I can't do it. You know, he freaked out, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Listen.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it though. I when I gave it to him, I asked him, well, what do you think? And then when he explained what he thought and why he thought it, I was like, okay, I'm not fucking. You're right.
That's all. Yeah.
Plus, I'm done with all that Ferrigno shit.
Yeah. Greg, is it true you have a video of AOC giving a blowjob to a cop friend? You had that AOC video that
I do have a video of AOC giving a blowjob, yes, but it's it's an AI. I didn't know it.
I don't think it's real either. I seen it. You sent it to me. I remember it.
Yeah, Joe, that fucking thing I got like fucking almost 10 years ago. You know what I mean? It's a long time ago when she first got in there, and I'm like, how the fuck is it her voice and it's her fucking face and shit?
But it was.
She was a wild girl. Like She lived right down the road from here, and there's a little tiny, like a lake where I used to go swimming when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And now they have a pool right in front of the lake too. But it's got one of those pools that's like for the town pool. It's got like a sliding pond on it and all kinds of really.
Oh,
Cool
really?
shit. And
Oh,
she used,
cool.
yeah, she used to hang out there. Yeah.
But she was a kid though.
No, she was an adult. I mean, she went to high school here. She went. I mean,
Okay.
you know, as an 18-year-old, the kids would go there and shit. You know, like you know, what I mean,
Staring at pussy and stuff.
yeah, she. I mean, right now the booty is a little bit big for my flavor, but she's cute. She's not a
She
bad
is
looking
cute.
girl at all.
Yeah. No, no.
You
Listen,
know,
I will not be a lawyer. I don't like her politics, but I like her fucking look.
and she can't even speak Spanish. My girlfriend speaks. Obviously, my girlfriend's first language is Spanish.
Yeah,
My
she's a like
girlfriend.
Wonder Bread Wop of the Spanish.
Right, she does that like, listen, what's up? Listen.
Yeah, she ain't no fucking. She's full of shit. Yeah.
Did you go up in Yorktown High School? You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. Don't give me that shit. You
Yeah.
white bread fucking Puerto Rican and shit. You know what I
He's
mean?
trying to be a fucking the boogie down, bro.
Oh, Joe, it's so crazy. You know?
They got to put this facade on, Greg. They got to.
It's just like there's some guys that I know, right? You know, when we were young, we used to laugh because some of the Italian kids, right? They grew up here, like up in like a little north up here, right? And you know, they never like they were born here, like born in this shit and everything. And they talk like this fucking you know, I'm from the Bronx and shit. And I'm like, dude, you're not from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx. You're not from. You never spent one day in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And some of these people, they play the act, but whatever.
Yeah, well, they think it gives them street cred. Well,
It's true though. It's true.
I don't know. I guess we're past that part of our lives now. Street
Oh God.
old. I don't give a fuck.
The street crowd. I'm just like,
Masturbation cred at this point.
you ain't kidding. Or I'm just happy if I wake up and I don't have skids in the underwear. You know what I mean? Dude,
King
I have. Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I have a friend. All right. It's one of the two fat bastards, right? That I hang out with. And my girlfriend's really good friends, and she'll help. Like we'll go over the house, and she'll like help him fix up the house a little bit, right? And she's changing the sheets, and he must fucking throw farts or something, and it might be wet because he had skid stains. Dude, he had skid stains on his sheets. I'm like, holy Jerry Nadler, you know what I mean? Like, dude, Joe, it's like, oh fuck, I farted, and he might wipe his ass with his fucking bed sheet.
But if there is a slim chance that there might be something in there, you're gonna let somebody else. I wouldn't even want the hotel maid that I don't see, let alone a friend, see this and fucking get exposed to it. It's like
Steve
botulism.
Z. You know who I'm talking about, Steve Z.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about too. You met him.
King Dale wants to know, Greg and Joe, Dave Goggins, known for his intensity, insists he doesn't listen to music while he runs. He says listening to music while one runs or works out is cheating, and says, what happens when the headphone comes off? It's just you and your mind that believes in cheating in some way. What do you agree? I know you don't listen to music while you work out. You like to listen to like FAN, like not even music in the gym. You like sports.
Right. I like sports stuff, but I could work out to nothing. But if I prefer like if I when I used to go to World's Gym in California. Now not the whatever there that's what's there now is Playland or something. Same thing with golf. But World's Gym. Joe Gold was alive, no music. You had to bring if you wanted to hear music, you tell you bring your own earphones and listen to your own shit.
Yeah.
But we're not going to play DJ. So when you go in there, all you hear is the clanging of weights and you just look around. I like that. That's me. But I don't have right. I don't have the David Goggins mindset like that. That's cheating. It's just that I don't prefer that. And if I want to hear something in the background, I love sports so much. I just like hear them talk about sports. Usually I listen to Michael Kay show back in the day, the Mad Dog, and you know what I'm talking about, Mad Dog and Mike, Francesa, Chris Russo. Those are the shit I listen to.
I wear headphones. I like to listen to like usually heavy metal music that kind of gives me like a little uppity. It's not like this sad fucking songs. It's fucking Metallica, Maiden. I like that shit. Sabbath. I don't think it's cheating. I think it's just personal preference. Dog is,
That's that's not cheating.
It's not cheating.
No. Joe, I don't think that's I do disagree with him
I
there.
think it's the same workout with or without it. I just like to wear it. It's especially with this Bluetooth now. The wire used to always get stuck. Now it's a
I don't
Bluetooth shit.
I don't like shit hanging on me. So or I would never be able to train. But listen, I got to tell you the one thing I don't like about people listening to music in the gym. First of all, our gym plays music. Every gym does. All right. And with me, when I owned the gyms, we used to tell people, look, we're not DJs because you can't please nobody in there. You get people, can you listen? I want heavy metal. I want club music. I want pop. Right.
92 KTU.
But here's the one that bugs me the most and I had a trouble with this girl, right? This chick, she's not a young chick. She was probably in her 50s. She was one of these chicks who was really cocky, you know what I mean? Thought she did MMA, all this bullshit. And she would listen to music and she'd be singing it. What she has in her ear, she'd be singing out loud, like, oh, living on a prayer. And I'm like, oh, holy fuck.
That's what I do, bro.
But Joe, but the thing is, other people who don't have earphones on hear the music.
They don't want to hear that.
And you hear like it's contradictory to what's playing in the gym. It's not like that's, and besides, even if that's playing, that's the equivalent to like when I'm in a store and I hear a store clerk or somebody shopping in there and they're like, and I'm like, stop the whistle. Who's fucking whistling? That's my girlfriend. I say it all the time. Who the fuck's whistling?
I do that a lot too. I'm gonna fuck with you next time I'm with you and I start singing and whistling.
No, it's different if you and I to get.
When I do it in the store.
But that don't drive you crazy if you hear some guy like you're in a fucking store and you're looking at stuff.
I actually like it. I think
really?
If he's a good whistler, if he knows how to whistle, I think it kind of puts a little.
Do you do requests? Do you ever go? Do you ever hear? Can you sing? Can you whistle Swami River by Ed Norton? Swami River. No, but this chick and I actually had a fight because she took her fucking earphones off. She goes, "What's your problem?" And I said, "You're fucking screaming." And I mean, you're singing really fucking loud to something that is not even on this radio here. And I said, "It's fucking annoying." And then she said to Marco, my friend Marco, she goes, "Your boy's like fucked up." She said all shit about me, right? So then she's over on the treadmill and she's doing it again. And I walked by and I told, pull the earphones off for a second. She pulled, "What do you want?" And I said, You're doing it again. You're singing. You're annoying everybody here, you know, and it's bullshit. I said, "You got to stop." So you know what I said, then I walked to the bathroom. As I'm walking to the bathroom, which they're right next to the treadmills. As I'm walking to the bathroom, she's like, "Fuck you. I don't know who the fuck you think you're threatening." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." She's saying I'm threatening her.
Big shot.
I come back out of the bathroom and she's got her cell phone up like this, videotaping me. "What do you got to say now? What do you got to say now?" And I just ignored her. So she brings that to the fucking management. Management happens to be my best friend since we were kids, but still.
Yeah.
She wound up getting thrown out of the gym because nobody else wanted to hear her fucking doing that whistling. But she lied. She said that like she said I threatened her.
If somebody says that to me, I'm gonna go, "Ooh, I didn't even realize it." You know, I'm
right. I understand, but she wouldn't stop. She would not stop. And she was like, you know.
Bro, I was on a cardio machine one time, a couple of gyms ago, a long time ago. And I had the music and, you know, I'm doing the drumming on like the, where like the handles of the treadmill. It's got nice acoustics, right?
Right.
Doing like Keith Moon or something. And this fucking lady in front of me turned around and gave me this look like, "You better stop or I'm going to kick you right in the wall." She was so mean. And she wasn't like a body, but she was like an older fucking lady, you know? Not old, but like, you know, probably like my age now. This is like 15 years ago. And I just looked at her and went, you know, I was wrong. I mean,
you know, you're lucky you weren't on an airplane because that's when people get psycho. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially Spirit Airlines. Forget about it.
I've had people push the fucking seats from concert. You know, really, you know,
it's annoying. Yeah,
it is annoying.
Akeem, the African Dream. That was the wrestler Tugboat Thomas from WWF. He became an African guy. The Big Bad G Bear. I can't say the word because I'll get in trouble because We get thrown
Oh
off
my
the air.
God.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Jesus. Malcolm McWeed. Where's your picture, Malcolm? Bernard built a great restore called Castle on the Hill in upstate near me. So you know about Bernard McFadden as well, Malcolm. So I got the name right. I thought maybe I fucked up. Dale Clark. Let's say there's a young man, 21 years old. He joins the gym, and you can see almost immediately that he's self-conscious. He's wearing a big hoodie to sort of hide his physique, and he's quite chubby looking. His body language screams someone who's feeling awkward and is ashamed of how he looks. Then a self-proclaimed alpha male who's about 31 thinks he's God's gift. Wait, hold on. Goes up to him and says, I'll show you how a real man looks. With the smile on his face, he takes his shirt off. Incredible physique and vascular body. Hold on. You got this, Greg? So far?
I got it.
Any man would want to have, and you can tell him they did the young man feel even more inferior. Would you say something or not? So now you got a heavy kid who's a newcomer, self-conscious, covering up, and now you got some fucking jerk-off fucking cuisine, Mr. Juice, Mr. Mall, saying he's gonna show the kid what to really do. Would you put your nose and
Yes, I would. I've done shit like that before, but what I do is I wouldn't get in his face like nasty wise. First of all, any of those guys that are built all know me. I would probably know him anyway, but regardless, and he respects. But even if he didn't, I would say to him, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You can't, you're walking around like that. Don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Don't try to intimidate the kid. You don't know. He could, not everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, news bulletin. There's some guys who don't want to look like that, but maybe the kid just wants to get in shape. It depends on the feedback that the guy gives me. You know what I mean?
Point. Yeah.
It depends on his attitude towards me. You know what I mean? Because,
there's no violence. Yeah.
right. Then I'd say, pull down your pants and let me see your fucking legs. Because then I'll pull my pants down and show you my legs. And I'm not even on juice. I'm an old man. And trust me, I can hang.
Greg likes the
like assholes.
I'm in public.
I don't like assholes, Joe. I have zero tolerance.
Oh no, I don't either.
I train at a gym that doesn't. I train it in Anytime Fitness. I don't like training where there's all bodybuilders because their egos and all that shit. And everybody, a lot of guys think because they got big arms or whatever that makes them a tough guy, and you're just not a tough
meathead kind of gym. I'm in a pretty boy kind of gym. Influencer, the girls. They look good, I'm not gonna lie, but they got to film every set they do. Angle pictures. It's annoying, but you know what? I don't pay attention. I just sing real loud with my fucking headphones on, Greg, to something that's not on the speaker.
Oh my God. I picture even your wife would probably go nuts if she heard you doing it.
Oh, she can't stand me, bro.
Well, it's not that you can't sing, but you're singing. You don't realize that you're singing like living on a prayer.
You notice it, and you're like, "What? Hey, what's up, bro? How you been?" When you see your boy, right?
You know what I have to do? Because when I talk to these people, right, whether it's about that or anything else, they have the music so loud in their ear that they're over. I actually have to go in front of their face and go like this, so they was what? Oh, excuse me. Like they don't know because I have to go like this. I can say, "Excuse me." So, excuse me. Hello. Excuse. Yeah. And I gotta go like this. You know what I mean? Because they can't hear a fucking word.
I know. That's how I have mine. I like to have it loud because I like.
I understand that.
If I'm doing cardio, I put on older music. Like I'll put it a little lower or something, But when I'm doing like the weights, I like to listen to the rock and stuff. This is in Dansville, New York, which is near me, near Rochester. Oh, that's way up. It's beautiful and huge. Been abandoned for decades. That's a shame. A lot of those old like Kellerman's and Dirty Dancing, those kind of places. The Neverly. My parents went there for fucking decades. That's closed now. Remember when the Catskills had all the beautiful.
We used to go to
the Jolly House,
the Fudagong, and these other places called all these Italian. You remember like Mario Pirelli? Remember that shit? Remember the Mario Pirelli presents? They had the it was all these Guinea retreats where all these fucking Italians from the city come up there.
Today, swimming, horseback riding,
play golf.
Yeah.
Wait, Joe, you know what I was saying? When I was when I was a teenager and shit, and I was training in my room, I remember my girlfriend broke up with me, and I was all like fucking like emotional about it. So I kept playing that song, like, you know, I'm all out of love. But you know what I mean? Like, well, I'm fucking bitch.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, but it's true.
It's fucking mood music. All right, that's the guy who the inferior guy. I got here's something different. Arms guy, Canada, England, Ireland, Scotland, Australia, and Greenland should be part of America. No, you're joking. Ron Simmons, damn. So you got Farouk and you got fucking the African guy over there. We got all the wrestlers here. And here she is, Miss Miranda. Hi, Miranda. Obama was the antithesis of what divided this country. I agree. He could have brought us more together. Instead, he went far left. All started with that Evergreen College incident. Which was the Evergreen College incident? I remember the cop in Boston with the beer summit, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Didn't it start with Joe? Wasn't it with all that Michael Brown and then the other kid that got choked out in Florida? Remember the kid that
the second term, though. I think he did some he was starting to lay the groundwork for some of his first term for some of the fucking far left stuff.
What a joke he was.
Miranda, give me a reminder about that. I probably will remember it if you give me a hint on it. But I do remember the Cambridge police with the guy, the black driver and stuff. I actually thought Obama, if he would have kept his mouth shut and not said anything about it and just did that beer summit and kept it behind closed doors, I think it would have been good. But he gave his opinion on it and then said, I'm going to get them together and fix it. He kind of went in two different directions. But at the end of the day, I think he meant well. I'm going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Wait, isn't it funny talking about Obama? Isn't it funny how with all the deportations that he did, right? You know, the deporter in chief, he deported 20 times more people than and isn't it funny? You know, his border czar, his guy was Tom Homan, the same guy today, and Tom Homan says it's amazing because we're doing the exact same thing, following the exact same protocol, getting the exact same people out.
Yeah.
And nobody, not one Democrat said, you know, crickets.
Yeah.
You know, not a fucking word. And using the same guy, Tom Homan. So the guy that Trump is using, Tom Homan, is Obama's guy.
He's been around a long time.
And he said, he's run since the 80s. And he said, it's the funniest fucking thing because we're doing the same job, following the same protocol rules that Obama wrote. We're doing the exact same thing, but his people now are like, you know, people are dying, you know, kids in cages.
Kids in cages. Drinking toilet water, Greg.
You're never going to be they're going to take the abuelas and poor people picking the vegetables. First of all, I don't eat vegetables. Second of all, unless she's a real skinny chick, that's that's a vegetable to me. But, no, there's still plenty of fruit and vegetables in the grocery store because all that bullshit, because the people do have paperwork to be here. They've been doing that for generations. We drive them here. We get a little bus that goes into Mexico. Come on, time to go to work. They come over and they make a lot of stuff.
Right, there's something B visa.
Yeah, there's work visa special, but they've had that. It's a family thing. You know, my grandfather was picking the vegetables back in 1929. You know, like that kind of shit. And then it's passed down because it's a guaranteed job. They make good money. They get, and believe me, they get benefits and everything. So don't fucking believe this bullshit. Yeah, nobody's running in and grabbing some old lady and shit like that. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Greg, we're going to take our first break. We have a new sponsor, and he is one of our very own from the Muscle Sport Mag family. Chris.
We love them.
I always botch his last name up. He told me how to fucking pronounce it when we were on the phone, and I can't remember. But I call him Chris Real because it looks phonetically like that. But this is his brand new company, Crisis Ready Nutrition. Watch this, guys. I give Chris credit, man. He wanted to start his own supplement company for years. He works in law enforcement, and it's
Chris.
a supplement. You know who he is if you see him on Instagram or Facebook. He
I
is.
gotta tell you,
It's made for anybody, but with first responders as.
dude, you should give. You could fucking work that shit. I would give like a special deal, all first responders, you know, from fire to police to fucking. I would give a double fucking a double coupon for ICE agents. You know what I'm saying? You should have one called. Wait, listen. You get a fucking pre-workout. We'll call it tolerance. You know what I mean for the ICE agents because you have to have that. All right, and then you could come out. Listen. Then you come out with a fucking like almost like Fiberlize, like a good supplement, and for just for ICE agents, don't go get it out, you know, get them out, you know what I mean? Take out your shit, take the shit out over the fence. No, but all joke aside, if you give that, like if you make like a thing, I would send it to every fucking police fucking thing. I would do all that shit, you know, giving them a first responder. It's really good.
Yeah,
you
can just came out. He and I have been speaking about it for a while, and we're starting the advertising.
On shit!
In February.
John, I'm calling you now, John. I don't even know John. Joe, do you know who I could hook him up with? I should hook him up with barbells and badges. You remember? You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Dude, barbells and badges. You guys should get together because he does a lot of stuff. He's law enforcement. What?
Yeah. I think his name was Mark, the guy from.
Yeah, I think so. My girlfriend talks to him all the time. You guys should hook up together, and you got that would be great. He does a lot of printing, like shirts and all that stuff. He does all kinds of stuff, and he does. He's huge with all because he himself is law enforcement, so he does all stuff. If you guys hook up together, maybe you guys could do a package, do different kind of things. That's actually smart. Barbells and badges. Look for him on Instagram, and I could. If you hit me up on Instagram, I can hook you and him up.
I'll talk to them. You know, that's a good idea. Thank you. Yeah,
barbells and badges. Because I'm all for that shit, bro. I think first responders should get stuff like that. You should give them even a little meal replacement, not, you know, like that they have in the fucking, you know, in the car because the guy's got to drive around. Sometimes you can't always get food and shit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's open midnight shift or something. Yeah. Or if you're stuck inside.
There you go. Hey, Joe, that's a great idea. Why don't you come out with an actual meal replacer, not just protein powder, but a good meal replacer, and you call it midnight shift? How about that? The late shift.
Graveyard shift.
It's a, you know, for first responders, late shift. When you can't get food, throw a little bit of some water, eat it, you know, or come out with bars, all kinds of shit. But if you hook up with barbells and badges, you guys could, because he doesn't have supplements, but he does everything with cops, and he's big now, and he does all the printing. You guys could do shit together. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'll try to get them on the in.
That's a good, and that guy's a great guy, Mark.
He's a good dude. Yeah. No, he's definitely
awesome guy.
Yep. Gregory Mara. What's up, Greg? I saw when Cali Muscle had his first heart attack, the docs put him on a slew of meds, and he didn't want to take him. I myself am a physician. Oh, good for you, bro. So I'm not surprised he had another one. Yeah, when you have a heart condition or blood pressure and stuff, you gotta take medicine. You can't get around it. It's those are things that don't just go away. You know, they got to be fixed.
But you know what it is, Joe?
Medicine, right?
Yeah, but Cali Muscle, I watched the videos too, and he knew about this since he was a kid. Since he was young, he's had problems with that. Okay, as a kid, he had an aneurysm too in the heart and all this other bullshit. And he said that that's one of the reasons, even with him trying to compete, he had no legs. And one of the reasons why he used to say that his left leg or whatever would swell for no reason from when he was a kid. So they knew that there was. So if you know that you got heart problems and you still fuck around, you're not, this is really not too smart. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some people just.
You know, I wish him the best. I like him.
Too. He's entertaining. I think he's very.
I like him. I think he's funny as fuck. But dude, get rid of those creepy blue eyes. That's horrible. That looks funny. That's creepy.
I think those are contact lenses.
I
right?
still swear to God, I think they're contacts. I don't believe that those are.
I don't care. Who cares? Yeah.
I don't care. You're right. I don't care.
But he is entertaining, and I
like him. I wish him the best. I hope he gets healthy.
He was friendly and a fun interview. I go by what I see on my personal fucking, view of somebody.
Yeah, I think he's
I hope
good.
he's healthy and get back well and stay healthy. Talking hotels, I would pay for the extra convenience to stay at the Hyatt when I go to the Arnold. Yeah, the big bar on 2, Keith, at the Hyatt. I'm sure you're very familiar with. I actually am staying at the Drury, which is right next door, and it actually has a walkway to get to the convention center. I don't have to even go outside, So that's good. But yes, the Hyatt is a little more expensive than the Drury.
I've stayed at the Hyatt with Blackman. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
we used to. He would have us ready to go downstairs. The venue was great.
Yeah. No, that's a beautiful hotel. Oh, Nick, what's up? Hey guys, Joe.
Oh shit, Nick.
Movie out tonight. Yeah, I told you, right? It's a little weird because De Niro plays both parts, but they look different enough where you don't get confused. The Alto Nights was the whole thing with Joe Costello and what's his name? Fuck.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it came out about 2 years ago. Takes place in the 50s, and De Niro plays 2 gangsters in it. 2 famous. Who the fuck
Is that the one where he sits and talks to himself in a book?
Vito Genovese. He plays Vito and Joe Colombo. And the guy who plays the chin was dumb as soup back then. And he actually, as he got older, became very sly, But when he was younger,
he was a boxer. He was a bad dude.
Yeah.
He
shot Joe Colombo right in the fucking head and then kill him.
That's what it worked. That's
saying Colombo. I meant Joe Costello the whole time.
Joe, that's where the word dumb guinea came from.
Yeah. Yeah, the Alto Nights is good. And Dominic Lombardozzi plays Fat Tony Salerno, and he's got so much like makeup and stuff, but he pulled it off pretty good though.
I just was with him at a boxing show. He's really good. He's really close with my friend. Yes, Lombardozzi. Yeah.
He's great, man. He's a great actor.
Dude, he's a pretty tough kid.
Yeah,
Joe, I used to train at gym all the time with him. Back in the early 90s. He used to train at World's Gym in Thornwood.
And Tulsa King, he played into. He's been in a lot of things like in our interests, our genre. I love him on Twitter. I always
I was just on a fucking boxing match with him and stuff. He can fight too. He's actually could fight in real life. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, he's kind of fucking jacked. Joe,
he hung out with a lot of wise type guys when we were young.
Yeah, the big Bear. Are you trying to start? I finally got you out of the fucking corner, and you want to walk back in the corner. It's like the kid in kindergarten who just can't fucking learn. You keep sending them.
Big Bear.
Note home to mom. Talk to Big Bad Bear, Mommy Bear. Come on, Big Bad Bear.
He was not for the Bronx.
We want you to have fun here, kid.
He's a troll. He's a troll. I don't care if he thinks I'm from the Bronx. I don't care if he thinks I take Synthol. Just don't put personal shit out there. Or mommy and daddy are gonna fucking get their personal shit out there. You know what I mean? It could work. You get what you serve. You know what I mean? I don't care if you believe I'm from the Bronx. How stupid am I from the Bronx?
It's just never.
What do I gain out of that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, Gregg's a Bronx guy.
He's a fucking Momo. Still, he's 13. When we saw the Savages moving in, my family were like, "Get the fuck out of
there." White flight.
I lived right off of Bronx Boulevard, right in those whatchamacallit, right in those fucking, what do you call it, the housing projects there. There's fucking, and now it's Savages. It's Savages.
Yeah, those things are all built. Fucking
You can't even go to Robert Moses. Yeah,
that's them all, man.
Right, I live right.
Donnie looks like Donnie from the Bronx. I die with you, Donnie. My buddy has a basement gym, and every time we train down there, he has on lesbian porn on the flat screen. Definitely gets you pumped up. I like you, friend. When I come over, I just want to towel off. I don't want to
lesbian porn.
AJ from the UK, what's up, brother?
AJ, what's going on, brother?
This is a good one. I like this. Gregg, did you ever tell your dad the truth about why you stunk after banging a fat broad?
No. My father wasn't the kind of guy that would I'm the opposite of my father. He wasn't like me. My father was like
he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was more like he was more like like Robert De Niro was in the movie, Bronx Tale. Those,
Yeah, yeah.
hanging out with those wise. Because my father used to always say, you know why a guy carries a gun? Because he's a coward. He goes, I don't need a gun. The guys carry guns because they're afraid of something. Like he was one of those, a working man. You got to be a working man. All this other bullshit.
Stay away from my kid, Sonny. He'll come to me.
That's where my father was.
Lorenzo. Yeah, he was good in that. He played a totally different character. And he was good. Listen, I don't like his politics. I don't give a fuck about his politics. I love his acting. Love it. Even in Flowers of the Killer Moon, he was older. He played a Southern guy, the King. Great fucking movie.
I saw that movie too.
That was good. DiCaprio was
yes.
great. I love him, man.
That's a true story too,
Yeah, because at the end they show you some of the pictures from the real
right.
Indians and stuff. I had no idea when I saw it. I did not know anything about that situation at all.
Yep, it's a
After
real
I
story.
saw it, I read up on it a little bit, and it was quite interesting. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Flying Johnny Pillman, do we have any plans for Super Bowl Sunday? Is Gregg's girl excited about the Bad Bunny halftime show?
No, my girlfriend can give a shit. I think we don't. I don't know if it depends. I'm not gonna watch the Super Bowl, to be honest. I don't like that shit. But if I would only watch it if I'm at my friend's house, because there's if he has parties and he invites me to the party. So if I'm at the party, and everybody's sitting there, watching it, I don't sit and watch. I mingle with everybody else. I don't give two fucks who wins the Super Bowl. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear you. Is your girl excited about the Bad Bunny halftime show? I guess because he's a entertainer.
I think she likes that kind of music. You know what I mean? I don't know if she's not a football fan, and I think that if it'd be different if she watched a video of it as opposed to having to sit there watching all these football fans, and then all the political shit that's going to come out. Like, guys, he's going to come out with shit like.
I'm going to watch the Puppy Bowl at halftime. I like the Puppy Bowl. The Puppy Bowl is on at halftime every year at the Super Bowl. You put on Animal Planet, and they have the Puppy Bowl. I like puppies. They're cute.
I like puppies too. You know what I like even better? Wrestling chicks with nice asses.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you reading my mind, Gregorio? He knows
that would
me.
Now that's a halftime show right there.
And put this on. Here you go, Gregg. Here you get your wish. Check it out.
This is my show. This is my halftime show, right?
All right, grab your cocks, guys. There you go, baby. LFCfights.com. Be a member. You get that exclusive members only and investors only Tunnel of Love on February 14th, Gregory.
Wow. Fantastic. There's nothing like seeing a girl's ass, bro. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it. Imagine it doing the stink face and the other girl goes, I'm
man. I love it. Girls' asses.
Fantasy. They're probably like, ew. Oh, she didn't like it.
You'd rather watch those are Bad Bunnies, not some fucking clown from wherever, Puerto Rico.
I wouldn't know him if he walked up to me in the street and kicked me in the balls, Gregg. I don't know who he is. I
never heard of it.
I'm no interest in the show. I'm interested in the game.
It's not the most masculine. Like, think about it. It's not the most masculine. Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. It's like almost an oxymoron. It's like bunnies.
You might as well call yourself Big Bad Bear.
Oh, double bell for that. You're giving another one.
Speaking of momos.
Thanks for arguing about Goggins and the music is cheating idea. A lot of people find God intensity, if you like, unnecessary. I, for one, listen to music, but I can work out without it. Yep, yeah, I could go either way. I prefer with it. Sometimes your battery's dead on the thing, and you're like, all right. If I had, Greg, if we had to choose between two options for self-defense, which would you believe more beneficial, boxing and wrestling, excuse me, or Muay Thai and Brazilian butt jiu-jitsu? If you had to pick one option, what would you go for? Boxing and wrestling, or Muay Thai and BJJ?
Muay Thai and BJJ, because you kick
wrestling because it's punching and grappling. The other ones are kind of similar.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're kicking, you keep people away. You ever watch these fights and you see two really bad, tough dudes, and one guy just keeps kicking? Usually, not even one punch gets thrown, because the guy, you start kicking a guy really hard, and he can't. Muay Thai's bad, and then BJJ wrestling, you don't finish it. I pinned him, but BJJ to choke you out and shit. So I would rather do Muay Thai and BJJ, because kicking is way worse than fucking punching.
Yeah, I guess it's a distance keeper too. You can't go wrong.
No, but I mean, I watched.
You open your trunk and you grab the baseball bat out of it, and then you
go.
Hope that the guy doesn't take it from you.
That too.
Go home, faggot. I train at home now. I have a full set of dumbbells up to 120s, and I have massive functional trainer with a Smith. Wow, you got a lot of space for all this shit.
There you go.
Over the gym was rough because people always interrupt my. In my set for free medical advice. Tell them to pick a number. I'd be like a bakery. Number 13. 13. Let me get this figured down. What about my bread?
No, when they ask the medical advice, it's always about steroids. Listen, should I be? Or it's about like, my shoulder's been bothering me. Like, so when I go, I get that shit too.
Bursitis.
Oh, God.
Miranda's going to remind me about that Obama thing. Thank you, Miranda. Protest sparked by evolutionary biology professor Brett Weinstein's objection to a modified day of absence, where white people were asked to leave campus, and he described as racial segregation, leading to student confrontations, demands for his firing, threats, and his eventual resignation with his wife for a settlement. Highlight debates over free speech and institution. I don't remember this. Do you remember this guy?
No, but it's all bullshit. People, all that.
He got kicked out.
It's reverse racism today. Sorry, bro, but I wasn't around back in the days when, blacks from Africa sold their slaves to the Portuguese and the Arabs to bring them here. I wasn't around.
The first guy in America to own a slave was a black man.
First guy, yeah, and yet there were 3,000 something slave owners that were black.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it was right. I don't give a fuck who owns it.
But it wasn't. It wasn't. You know what? You want to really get into a debate with Billy Eyelash and all that shit, or whatever the fucking name, Eyelash or whatever. First of all, we're not. There's no such thing. We're not living on stolen land. Who do we steal it from? What Indian tribe? What tribe owns this land? Because you want to know something? Do you know why Indians lived in tents? Because they were nomads. They never stayed in one spot. And the Indian tribes, just like over in the Middle East, the Muslim tribes, they hate each other. Do you understand? Oh, yeah. Like the Cherokees don't like the Mohegans don't like
fight each other out.
Still an issue.
They were always fucking fighting.
So who did we steal it from? And by the way, did you know that thousands of years before them, the Vikings were here? So who do we steal the land from? And why don't you give up your fucking mansion and shit? Give it up.
Yeah.
That's just bullshit. And those people couldn't even feed themselves. The Indians were starving. It's all that shit. It's such fucking bullshit.
And I really
my God.
I don't care. I don't. This is 2020.
Stop with that land stealing shit. It's just like with the fucking, what goes on from the river to the sea. You know what I mean? Listen, let me tell you something. Jesus Christ walked that land over 2,000 years ago. There was no such thing as Muslims then. Okay? The true Palestinians, they were Jewish over there back in those days. They were all fucking Jewish land. You know what I'm saying? Rome fucking ruled that shit. I'm just tired of this shit. I don't care what happened 500 fucking years ago. Do you understand? Get the fuck over it. Or regroup, fight us, and then see what happens. Come on.
I just want to make sure the fucking Seahawks cover the fucking spread Sunday. I don't give a fuck about stolen. Species. Oh, there's Bruno Valentino. There's your fucking cousin. Species Nutrition Fiberlize saved my bowels. Good for you.
Good. There you go.
There's Chris right there. That's the guy who owns Crisis Ready Nutrition. Chris. And I know
okay.
to say your name wrong. You know who he is, Gregorio.
Okay, Chris. Yeah, definitely do a first responders thing.
I
Give like wicked prices just to them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
like make them feel like we got one of this is our own stuff. You know what I mean? Like that. Because if you get a pre-workout and also, you know how many pre-workouts there are. Joe and I know because we've sponsored a lot of them. I mean, you get so many pre-workouts. It's so hard. It really is hard. I mean, what's the difference in all these things? All the different pre-workouts you get. There's not much difference. But when you're targeting a certain group, you understand? Maybe make it so some of the stuff is a little bit time release so it lasts longer. Whatever you want to do. But I would target all these first, and I would hook up with other guys like barbells and badges. And a lot of these people have a whole community that they can bring you into, and now you're selling to them. You understand? And I would come out with a few little cool things. Obviously, when a pre-workout or stay awake, you know what I'm saying? Like, call it the late night overshift or something like, overnight, you know what I mean? Or something like that. So there's people that have to work overnight say, I'm taking this new shit. It's geared towards us first responders, nurses, this, that, that. And I would do that shit. You'd be shocked. Because that's an untapped market that you can go towards,
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the ads with Chris, so we'll work on it. I like the ideas though. Good stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Stufer is asking, did you like the Labrada bars that were made around 2003 and 5? I did like Lee Labrada's stuff. I did try the bars. I always thought Lee Labrada's supplement line, including the food part, were always pretty good. I don't think I've ever had a Labrada product that I go, oh, this tastes like shit, or this didn't do anything. So the answer of the bars, I do remember them, and yes, I did think they were made well. What about you, Greg?
Well, I know Lee Labrada personally. He's been in my house a little bit. Now, back in '88 when he was going for he was here at my place 2 weeks before the Mr. Olympia in LA. And then I flew out there and I was with him out there. But the thing, and he was here with his wife, Robin, the mother of Hunter. And I like Lee Labrada as a person. I think he's a great bodybuilder, and he's a very smart guy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to be like, let's stick this bogus shit in there. And I mean, like he's the kind of guy that would follow the protocol, like like put the correct ingredients in the correct
too when it comes
to That's what I'm saying. He's a very intelligent guy. So I like Lee Labrada.
He's such a good guy. I see him at the Olympia and different things when Hunter's kid, I think it was a daughter. He may have more than one now. She was young, and the Labrada, his wife, and the granddaughter were eating in the same place. I was in a hotel in Orlando. This was where the COVID year, and I was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" Like he's busy, and he was just he was having fun with the baby and stuff. Because Hunter was competing, so they watched the baby for him. So just like you can just see, he's a nice dude. He's got a good family. He raised a fucking man. Hunter Labrada's got a great fucking build. I hope he.
I like Hunter Labrada. I never met Hunter, but I know the father I've known forever. And
Hunter, he's regular nice dude.
But you know what's crazy? You're talking about his grandchild. I knew him when I don't even know if they were married yet. When Robin was just his girlfriend, when they were at my place here. You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
And I tell you, he was training for the Olympia, and he was eating egg whites, and we were all going Italian food, and his wife was eating Italian food and shit. And Robin, and she was eating, and he was going, "Oh man, this is not fair, man. This is killing me. You got that smell, that smells so good." And Robin turned to him and said, "Excuse me, you chose to do this. You don't have to do this. This is your choice. So I'm not going to sit here. You sit there with your hard-boiled egg whites, and I'm going to eat my veal scallopini." There you go.
Oh yeah,
something similar to that. It was, it was like that. She was telling me. I was sitting there going like,
"That's pretty funny." Bruno, black dudes with blue eyes as creepy as black chicks with blonde hair. Sometimes
I could do black dudes with blonde hair much more, but the blue eyes when and you know what's funny, Joe? You know how I think. You know how you can tell if you look at somebody's eyes, right? Except for me, if their pupil, like I get a problem with my left eye, but the pupil, like when they have those blue eyes and they're staring at you, if the pupils don't move, you know what I mean? Like if there's a shadow and it still looks like they're sparkly blue, that's because their contacts. Usually, you can tell the difference between contacts and real eyes.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that they're contacts. I could be wrong, but
you know what? It's his thing.
yeah, it's his thing. It's a dangerous thing to do too.
Dominic was good in Boardwalk as Capone. Yes, he played one of Al Capone's brother, not Frank, the third brother. I forget the name. And he was great in The Wire as Herc.
He's actually a very tough guy in person, brother. He can hang and bang. If he had a fight, he can throw hands.
He was really fucking good. That was the first time I saw him on Boardwalk. Now you just can't leave. Keith is saying, yes, a Bronx Tale.
Best, bro. Best.
The Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Holy shit, the best. I love that shit.
Big Bad Bear. Sorry, Joe. I'm just still annoyed with Greg and couldn't keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna have to watch. No trolling, no Megan. Dude, you gotta find a fucking hobby.
Big Bad Bear, I'm over it now. I mean, I only did that because you call my fucking house.
Can't keep your mouth shut.
You know what I mean? Like,
why? What do you care?
And then you say shit like, "Oh, I saw Greg at this place, and I'm afraid to go." What are you? Don't be stupid. Don't be jumping. You know. Look, just have fun here. I'll play around with you.
Go along with the fucking flow. We're talking about fucking, funny shit here.
Yeah. What? And besides, what the fuck? What do you care if I was from the Bronx or not? I mean, really.
Greg, I'm never going to talk to you again. I don't think you were in the Bronx.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, what is that? That's so stupid. Of course, I'm from the Bronx.
I'm going to call you tonight.
First of all guineas from Westchester were from the Bronx. Yeah. All the guineas from fucking Long Island and Queens and all that shit were, from Long Island, we're from Queens and Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Staten Island guineas, those motherfuckers never left, right?
Staten Island or Jersey now, right?
Yeah.
What's up, Matt? There's Mr. Matt. Howdy, gentlemen. When am I coming on the show? You want to come on right now? I'll put the link up here. You can come.
Who's that?
Matt from Reps and Rumors on Instagram. You've seen him.
Oh.
Matt Reagan. Matt, anytime you want, my friend. Greg and Joe, I don't know if you were aware, but Spain recently granted 500,000 illegal immigrants a legal status, meaning they're there to stay. Your thoughts on this? I think they're fucking retards.
They're idiots.
Fix your fucking own shit. I'm sure everybody in Spain is.
Listen, if you watched, there's plenty of videos out there where 20 years ago, the Muslim clerics were like, we need to start getting all of our people into all these countries so that we can start. Look at France, Germany, and fucking England. It's the savages, and they rule. And now, you know what it's like? It's like if I went to your house and I said, Joe, look, I got in this little medicine bottle can, right? I got 2 tiny little cockroaches in here. Watch, I'm going to go fucking let them go in Joe Matarazza's house. And you know what? Come back in a month, those 2 cockroaches bred so bad you couldn't even get them out of there.
Infestation.
You can't get them out of there. And in our countries, all these woke countries, people need to stop having babies, get abortions, and also the bullshit. But those people ain't getting an abortion. You think if a Muslim man got a Muslim woman pregnant, even if it's his sister, do you think that they're gonna have a fucking abortion?
Nope. That baby is coming on down.
If that woman dared had that baby, if that woman dared get an abortion,
they kill her
with their head. That's it. Maybe a stone to the head. I'm just telling you, you're out of your fucking mind, you people, you liberal fucking nut jobs. All these white people too, you're all fucked. Oh, evil white people, but I don't see you giving up your mansion. Tyrus. I watched Tyrus the other day. Joey.
He's a dick, bro.
Huh? He is. But Gasparino told me, bro, he's a dick and he can't even walk. He don't listen to all that. He can fight shit. He told me, bro, he can't even walk. And Gasparino's a box, but he comes out with good shit. He's a little cocky, but he comes out. And he did say, bro, I was a bodyguard for years. And he bodyguarded Snoop Dogg and a bunch of other people. And he was saying, you don't know what it's like with these celebrities. You have to spoon feed them everything. Before they go in the studio, you got to go in first, check it all out. Then they come in. Then when they sit in the green room, everything has to be said. I wanted fresh fruit, Skittles, and if it's not there, if somebody from the fucking show knocks on the door, producer, sit down and talk to them for a second, they're like, no, I don't want nobody in here. I mean, he said they're so picky and they don't go anywhere without security. They all have gated communities. So it's all right for you, but it's not all right for them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You got to suffer because you have enough money to fucking.
I want to see one of those people. Joe, listen to me. And I'm going to say something that's not fucked up, but could be fucked up to some people. But I want you to know, listen, I'm going to say, what's the chick? What's the chick, the news chick? Her mother just got missing.
Oh, yeah. Savannah Guthrie.
Listen, I hope Savannah Guthrie's mother is found totally good.
Yeah,
I hope she's alive. I hope maybe she just took the wrong bus somewhere. She got a little chagad. That's what I hope. But if she was abducted and God forbid she's killed and it's somebody who is illegally here, because remember, she's down by the border down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you, let's see how the left feels when it's one of their own. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's see if they're going to want to, do you know how many, I watch these things with German families. We took in, we took a few Muslims in from, and they're dead. They killed them. They fucking killed them.
Of course. Yeah.
You people don't understand. They don't like you.
No.
They don't like you.
You can't invite somebody into your home.
If they don't like you.
If they're a fucking white guy like you.
I want to know what Native American, who did we fucking, who stole, what land did we steal from these people? Which tribe? Give me a tribe. You stole from all the tribes. They're all, there was a bunch of,
they all own it equally.
They were nomadic, you motherfuckers. That's why they lived they didn't live in houses and huts. They lived in fucking tents, number one. Number two, you don't steal land. You steal nothing, bro. You know what I mean? And if they fought back, they lost. And not for nothing, they were starving. They were running out of food. They wiped out almost the whole. When I was a kid, buffalo were like extinct from them.
Oh yeah, they were endangered. Yeah.
So you have no fucking clue what you idiots are talking about. I'm tired of that shit. And do you think that they're the only people that were here? Before them, there was the Vikings. They were here fucking 2,000 years ago when Jesus Christ was walking the earth. What do you think? There were Native Americans here? No, the Vikings and shit were here. So stop the bullshit. Yeah, that's ridiculous. There's no such thing as wherever you live in this world, whether you live in England, Germany, whatever, somebody else once lived there. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to go dig out their ancestors and give them some shkato, it's the stupidest thing.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's to me, it's a joke. Elvis the Bully King. I'm not even going to put this one up because it's talking about somebody and their wife. Nobody here, but I don't entertain those things. You know that.
We don't do family talk, guys. If you want to attack me or Joe, we got big noses, whatever.
Yeah, but this is somebody else, third party. But I still don't. It's the boundary goes across everybody.
100%.
Here's a question, AJ. This is a very good question. Would you consider yourself soft compared to your fathers and grandfathers? I will say yes without even nary a hesitation. Greg, what do you think?
100%. 100%.
Your dad and your granddad. Are you, even though we're not soft per se, I think we're both
guys,
but
listen
compared to those guys and their fathers.
There's nobody alive who's harder than their grandparents were. There's nobody. My grandparents, back when my father was a kid, they didn't have television. Do you understand? You had to listen to radio. Do you remember that shit, Joe? Right? They didn't have phone. Not everybody even had a phone in their house, for Christ's sake. And when you did, there was no cell phones. There wasn't, let me call the wife. And, a lot of times you worked, your wife just prayed you came home from work. They had to deal with shit that you didn't have to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Totally different.
Raising a kid. When I was a kid, I had to walk to school or take a bus that was down the street. Today, the fucking buses pull right up outside your house. And they wait. And they wait for you, Joe.
Johnny!
The bus is here.
We did not have school buses in Brooklyn. The only time I ever was in a school bus was for school trips that we went to Jersey. We went to Thomas Edison's laboratory in Orange. I think it was Orange.
I walked to school most of the time, but there were buses that went in another area.
I took a city bus. My friends took city trains to high school.
Yeah, we couldn't do that now, though.
I was close enough to walk to my schools, but I never was ever in a fucking school bus.
Couldn't do that now.
And my grandfather came over here as a fucking 12-year-old or something from Come si chiama, fucking Italy. So Yeah, they had it a lot harder. My father was born in 1929, a year of the
Did
fucking
your
Great Depression.
did your
You know?
father go on? Your father was in the army too, right?
He was in the Navy Reserve.
Okay. Did he ever have to go on a boat over the seas and all that shit, or no?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
They
He has
didn't have.
pictures
You didn't take
yeah.
planes. You didn't take planes. My father had to go over there, and they were sick as dogs because he went over in the winter where the water was fucking, 50 fucking foot waves. And my father was the end of World War II, the beginning of the Korean War. So the fucking bullshit waves and all that shit. They didn't get airplanes, and they didn't have
My
night
father was
scopes.
going to go, dude. If the missile crisis kicked off, he was going to Cuba. He was gonna have to be. They were at the ready to go when the fucking Soviet sub turned around. And that was 1961. So me and my middle brother may not have ever been born, God forbid, if he went there and something fucking happened to him.
You see, my father went in the army in 1948.
Yeah.
1948, I think it was in the army.
Yeah,
Yes.
without a doubt. And I'm gonna have it a lot harder than my son, who grew up here in East Cupcake.
He's coming.
Your son was in the service and shit. They're a little different.
Yeah, my son was in the service.
Yeah, he's young.
It was different though. It's just so different because what our parents had and what we have is totally different. There was no SNAP benefits. So if you weren't making any money, you didn't eat, bro. You know what I mean? You got a loaf of bread and you gave each kid a fucking little piece of bread and said, make this last. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have today what they have. They didn't have then what they have today.
Without a doubt. Right, we're going to take a quick break. I can hear this word from the Johnny and Vince Kunkel Chapel of Peace cremation, guys.
Those are my boys. And I'm going to hit the toilet. I'm going to pee.
Go hit the toilet. Here we go, guys. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Vince, and I'm the owner here at Chapel of Peace Cremation and Memorial Services, located in sunny San Diego. But don't let our location stop you from giving us a call. We ship nationally and internationally. We're here to help you with all of your family's needs. Whether we're talking about a traditional burial, a cremation, or an aquamation, we have you covered. God forbid something happens on the West Coast and you live in the East Coast, we can help you. If you need to go to another country of origin, I can do that. Call us anytime, 24 hours at 619-749-8560. I'm the owner and I'll answer. Paisan, I got you covered. I'm just kidding. That's for Joe and Greg. But for real, call us anytime. I'll answer the phone and I'll help you.
Guys, Baseless is finally here, and dropping any pretenses, this is the book that I needed when I got started, plain and simple, with contributions from subject matter experts like Yana Schick, over 200 scholarly references, and my own practical experience coaching and consulting guys who use growth, and having actually used every pharma product, most of the bioidenticals, and a bunch of generics from blue to gold tops, I'm confident that this book delivers. Spanning themes ranging from its basic effects to practical use to hard theory for the nerds, I know that Baseless is a one-of-a-kind book on RHGH for bodybuilders. People serious about fitness can read this. Anti-aging practitioners, doctors, and chemists will pour over this for years to come. Really, it's the only GH book that you'll ever need. And most people do need it because from what I can tell, there's not a lot of good info out there right now. Not like this. This is just a different animal. So I invite you to purchase this high-quality print textbook, first for your consumption and then for your library to have as a guiding light to forge forward in your bodybuilding and fitness journey. Baseless can be purchased now on Amazon.com and Amplitude.com.
Guiding light, Greg. Baseless book, Amazon and Amplitude.com. Check it out. If you're going to use that money to buy GH, make sure you
I think it's a good.
body.
I think it's a good thing. You guys got to stop listening to these guys on the internet. And the book is full of real, thank you. Couldn't spit that word out. I'm putting on my rosary beads. Hold on. My rosary beads. Sorry,
dust. Bad Bunny is going to be wearing a dress to break racist, stigmatized, homophobic NFL spirits.
Dude.
If one of the puppies are wearing a dress on a puppy bowl, I'll let you guys know because I won't.
Listen, there's no homophobia. It's such bullshit, bro. There's nobody out there. Do you got this? Ain't like the 70s or 80s when some fucking bunch of Italian kids from fucking Benzonhurst chased the guys with bats and shit because they were gay or black. It's a different animal, man. Nobody gives a shit who's gay anymore. The whole fucking half of Hollywood is gay because I don't even believe that they're really gay. I feel like they're bored and they just like, I think I'm gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the flavor of the day.
You people are fucking with the shit. Wow, who picks Bad Bunny? Who picked that shit?
Jay-Z. He's the one that's working with the NFL and Roger Goodell on the fucking entertainment.
Dude, I've never heard, and it's always racist. Fuck the evil white man. But you know what's worse? You fucking idiots.
His wife was wearing the Black Panther uniform, dancing at halftime.
Listen, and she's not even fully black, bro. You know she's got white blood in her. Beyonce's got white blood in her. I don't give a fuck. But who cares? You guys, you filthy white people that just sit there and you let these people piss and shit in your face, right? Tell you how bad you are and evil you are, and then I paid $2,500 for tickets and they were in the nosebleeds. You're a fucking idiot. Don't go to those venues. I'm sorry. Watch it on TV in the warmth of your own house. Sit there with a nice fucking meatball wedge or something. Forget about it, right, Joe? I'm tired of Joe. I'm tired of the race bullshit.
These fucking whiners already.
The victim shit. You show me.
No, I don't, because you don't shut up about not being liked. Just deal with it. I don't care if you got 4 times coming out of your mouth. Do whatever you want. One of them ain't mine. I don't care. The big bad bear. Wow, Joe, Greg can't help himself either. I'm requesting a sit down. The back and forth has to stop. You're the one that's causing all the trouble.
Requesting a sit down what?
Sit down. Jesus.
I'm already sitting down. Big bear might not be able to stand up for Christ's sake.
Paulie Walker, what's up, Paul? Is a Portuguese breakfast good for bulking? I don't know what that is. I have a feeling it's some kind of sexual.
It depends on what her name is. What she looks like.
Is that throwing up in your mouth or something?
I don't know.
What's a Portuguese breakfast? It's got to be some kind of joke.
I don't know. Portuguese girls are hot, though. For me, I like that.
Ooh, yeah. My great uncle in Argentina is going crazy for Kanye's track. He's hanging in there 98 for a Kanye tour to Argentina. You have a great uncle in Argentina? Does he live in that part of Argentina?
Oh, my God.
Where a lot of blonde hair, blue eyes folks live.
You know,
with the arm. Chris, I like the idea. He's got a dude that I may sponsor soon. He's been a cop for years, a real fit local guy here in Texas. Yes, Chris is in Texas. Good old Texas. Watertown, baby.
You guys got to all get together and you could form something. And believe it or not, you network with each other, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Here I
Up, Joe. Big Bad Bear got your number. He got your number off the
internet. Good, Chris. And then you let me know and we'll get him in the promos and stuff. Corey, what's up, Corey? Gentlemen, hope all is well. Been listening to Robbie Robinson's podcast again just last week. He doubled down. Robbie's another crybaby. Joe and Ben Weed were racist. I'm skeptical. Robbie did make some good points. Robbie is crying fucking thing.
Robbie, disgrace to me, in my opinion, with all that crybaby bullshit. He's been on the cover of Muscle and Fitness. He's been on the cover of Flex. Joe Weeder was not a racist.
Placed high in the universe and the Olympia and all of these things.
He won the Night of Champions over Danny Padilla, who I thought Danny Padilla had him beat one year. I was there. You know, the other thing is he won the Masters, Mr. Olympia. If Joe Weeder didn't want him to win, it was so racist. We wouldn't have had. When's the last? Besides Jay Cutler and fucking let's see, all the Mr. Olympias are pretty much fucking, you know, of another, of different background. You had, Cutler, fucking Dorian, if you want to go far back as, like Arnold but still, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You've had how many black Mr. Olympias? Do you understand? Come on. We even had a guy, Heidi Chopin. You got Middle East.
You have Haney and Rob and Ronnie 8 each, and then Phil with 7. Just those guys alone are way more than all the whites combined, probably. Not counting Roden, Chris Dickerson. What
Dude,
are we crying?
Samir Banu was from Lebanese, Lebanon.
Lebanese,
I mean,
Iranian.
come on.
What's his name is Egyptian too. Rami, Brandon Curry.
But wait a minute. But even so, Robbie's been on the cover of all the magazines a million times. Got more exposure than pretty much anybody. Was even in the movie Pumping Iron. Okay, so
Yes. I'm just worried about Robby over here.
Robbie's, you know what it is? He's got the victim card going. Like a lot of these people today. That's the victim card. We don't get the same pay. Bullshit.
And it's a shame, dude, because the guy looked phenomenal
He did.
But even now, he still is in good shape.
Joe, I've seen him in person a million times. I was in the gym with him a million times. He's a fucking weirdo. Weirdo.
I saw him a couple of years ago and at the expo, and he looked ripped still, and he's in his fucking 70s, and so this was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but Joe, if you've been training,
it's nice to hear his own complaints, in my opinion. He's not, this is the only way he gets any airtime now. Instead of just saying, wow, look how great bodybuilding was then, and I'm still in good shape, and I can bring so much to the table for these guys, and he would actually do good just doing it straight, because he's got a fucking great lineage as far as his career goes, for years.
Lee Priest has a credit card. I'll give you my white privilege card for your black victim card. And he said,
he's got the card.
He actually has a card in his wallet.
That's fucking funny. Greg and Joe have asked similar question before, probably silly, but who do you believe are together in general, Western Europeans or Latinos? And your definition of tough, take the question as
what? What is he asking?
Do you believe are tougher in general, Western Europeans or Latinos? So Western Europeans would be like
Western Europeans. What Latins? What
Polish
in history? But Joe, in history, what fucking Latinos won any fucking major wars? You think that they're harder than the Ukrainians and the Russians?
Well, no, he's saying Western Europe, which would be Britain, France, Italy. I would throw that. Germany's kind of in the middle.
Britain's badass, bro. Come on,
Britain
I don't know about today.
If we're talking overall, I'm talking the street fight. That's two different things.
They're tough. They're tough.
Ireland, I don't know. Irish guys are fucking mooses, some of them. So,
but Britain won wars. Yeah, Carlin Coker used to say. Carlin Coker's favorite statement to me was, "Think Yiddish," meaning Jew. Like think like a Jew, but fight. And he used to say, "Think Yiddish and act British," because the British were always tough motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it depends on where the question is. Two guys in the street today. We're talking all the history of mankind. Gregg Velasquez. Hi, Craig. There's a lot of stories like that about Joe stole Robbie's physique likeness and never paid, and also made sure he in his best Zane.
Bullshit. So bullshit.
Well, maybe he did have. And we're talking about the famous bust of Joe Weider that's supposed to be the cover Robbie was on of Muscle and Power.
Now there's two.
That's it was Robbie's cover shot if Joe stole that thing. And you know what? Basically, Joe Weider was kind of like Vince McMahon. He kind of owned. I'm not saying owned. I'm saying the likeness. What's that? The college kids get paid now for their likeness and stuff like that for their for athletic shoes and shirts and shit. Joe Weider kind of used these guys in his promos all the time. He didn't have to pay them.
Listen to me.
There's
two schools of thought. There's some people who say that was not Robbie Robinson with the arms folded.
I don't know if it was or not.
That was Clancy Ross. Okay, that was Clancy Ross. And I don't want to hear any bullshit that this guy's still crying over. Get a job. What job has he ever worked?
Bodybuilder.
Get a fucking job. What job has he ever worked? You know what I'm saying? He's a weirdo, bro. He's a weirdo. I went out in Gold's Gym. I sat there one time, and I work out long, bro. I sat there one time, and he was up in the fucking locker room upstairs, sitting in his underwear, staring into an empty locker. I went down and trained for like three and a half hours. I trained. I went back upstairs into the locker room, and he was still sitting in the same spot, staring into. I don't know what. Not talking to anybody, just staring. Tanya Knight told me. She goes, Greg, I was just at a party before she came out here. She was at my place too. So she was telling me, I was at a party, a pool party. She said it was, it was really hot outside. So I came inside to use the bathroom, and she said Robby was sitting in the like living room, just sitting there looking at a TV that wasn't on. It was off.
TV, yeah.
And he wasn't talking to anybody. He was just sitting there. Then she said he walked out. She walked out. And a couple hours later, she walked back. He was still sitting there. Same type of thing with me with the locker. He's a weirdo. He's a guy. Joe, did you ever hear this story? He had 3 or 4 wives, and none of them knew about each other.
Oh my God. A bigamist.
Ask any.
Why would
listen,
you want more than one?
guys, you stupid fucks that dream. Oh, that would be so awesome. No, it wouldn't.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Joe, if you're dealing with one, is fucking bad enough.
Oh, my head, your fucking head's pounding. Listen, Frank Zane didn't get bested because he was the best physique on stage, probably in 1980 as well. He should have had 3 in a row. Zane was on covers, and Robby was on a lot of covers too. So,
please, he was ever.
I can't.
All I
Frank's
want
just
to know is
on the info from, the thing, the stories. So, I'm not blaming Messenger. I don't subscribe to that theory with Robby.
But Joe, this is very easy to fucking blow this up. It's very easy to blow this up. Okay, aside from bodybuilding, now what does Robby Robinson do for a living? How did he make his money? How does he have a place to live and all that shit? Okay, now he can't say like because today, well, I'm an influencer. I'm a content creator. None of that bullshit, bro. He's been around for a long time. Okay.
Oh.
In the 60s, 70s, 80s, how did he survive? How did he survive? He survived because of Joe fucking Weeder.
They paid him fucking money. He was part of their.
Of course, he got paid.
Fucking house.
Of course, he got paid. If Weeder didn't like you, look what happened to Lee Priest. Look what happened to Lee Priest. Lee Priest, he got his prime stolen because the IFBB and him had a little issue. So they said, you're no longer going to compete. And then all the magazines had to blackball him. They couldn't put him in the magazines. They couldn't do anything because if Joe Weeder really wanted to put the kibosh to Robby, you wouldn't even know who Robby Robinson is. He wouldn't have been in Pump and Iron. He wouldn't have been in all the little bullshit shows they've had. He would not have won the fucking Night of Champions. He would have not have won the Masters Olympia. It took his Joe Weeder like this. Get out of here. Stop listening. I'm tired of people crying, bro. Stop the victim shit. Get off the plantation.
He's a great bodybuilder. He should just stick to that. Oh, here's Wendy 14. Greg, I take back that.
Hey, Wendy.
I take that back. If Wendy wants to marry me, I'm gonna be a bigamist like Robby.
She'd kick your ass. You'd be her slave real fast.
Enjoy every punch.
That a girl, Wendy.
Right. Hi, Wendy. What's up?
She'd put your body in one of those wolf bags. She'd find a big wolf bag and put your body in it.
Wolf bag.
The wolf bag.
Joe, back in the day, who liked hookers more, cops or firefighters? Liking meaning as hiring them for their services. I mean, I guess we dealt with them more than the firemen.
Joe, I gotta
like them. They were good stool pigeons. We didn't bother them. We would let them make their money, and they would give them
stool pigeons. That's from like the 1930s and shit. He's a stool pigeon. Public enemy number 1. He's a stool pigeon. A stoolie.
I'm dropping my supplements.
Joe, I can tell you a great story, an NYPD story, Joe, but I don't want to say it on here. I'll tell you when you'll laugh your fucking nutsack off what I seen happen.
Oh, okay.
What a horror. What a
cop? Yeah, don't put it on the air. I have a feeling. Just by the way.
Oh, it was really good, Joe. It was the most fucked up thing.
Not for the internet. Great example, Greg. I think he's talking about the British thing. AJ is from the UK.
Think Yiddish, act British.
Act British and think Yiddish. I like that. Roger Babbitt says he watched Iris last wrestling run in the NWA and he moves like Charlie Arms. He walks like a geriatric. Just kidding about Charlie. Don't knock me out, please. Yeah, I remember when he was with the WW. Wasn't he in
He was in
NXT?
one of those. But you ever see how fat he
Yeah.
really is? He can't walk. His legs touch in the middle and shit.
He
My
always
friend,
just sitting on
my friend
Bethel.
from Fox. Oh, yesterday I saw him. He was like this. But
Yeah.
I like him. I like him. I like his thinking and shit. He's really cocky, and I can picture him having a picture of himself over his own bed. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
and Charlie told me, who works out with him, knows him very well, tells me that he has trouble walking. Because dude, he ain't beating nobody's head. Now my friend Charlie Gasparino used to box and everything, so he would knock him out.
He knows him. He works with him. A couple of momos, absolutely, without a doubt. Proud momos. Frankie Dunny Ryan II. Close the borders. Nobody is getting in and nobody's getting out. Well, we want the ones to get out that don't supposed to be here. Government. Yes, it's funny how they have government cheese in Europe as well. I thought that was just an American thing. I thought it was just a New York thing when I first seen it. How much for a pine box? A pine box for a body?
Ask John, West Coast Johnny.
Oh, yeah, we got that was probably directed towards the kunks. Yeah, the kunkles. Pop Tart Fitness. Why don't you have Charlie Armstrong here over Zoom? Everyone has stories about him. The stories he comments are awesome. Seems to love Greg, so ask him a favor, do an interview. He says he can't do it. Only his aide will let him use the iPad.
That's funny because that's probably the guy doing Charlie Arm saying that.
Yeah. Joe, have you heard of USP Labs? Pink Magic Test Booster contains epiandrosterone. No, AJ, I did not. I've heard of USP Labs, but I've never heard of that particular.
Joe, if it's a supplement, it's bullshit.
Pretend gay, is that a new thing? Pretend gay, is that a? It kind of is in a way, right?
What's pretty? What's
pretending that you're kind of gay? I know girls fucking each other claim they're not into each other, but I feel they are. In the back of my head, it's always there.
Who?
But yeah, pretend like like guys, like these Hollywood guys. You say.
Oh, you mean
right?
Yeah. I swallowed down the wrong pipe because throat cancer shit bullshit. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. A lot of today it's a thing with Hollywood people.
Well, they would deny it if they were really gay. So guys that are coming out saying that to me,
back in the day,
they're really not. They just think the in thing and they get accepted more.
Right. Today it's almost like Vogue, like, oh, you're gay? Oh my God.
Maybe I'll get that role I wasn't going to get on that program or something.
Excuse me. It's just like every movie star today, they all have trans kids. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah. But
Megan Fox, who used to be hot, she has 4 or 5 trans kids. I mean, come on, that's not that shit's rare. It's not legit.
They made them that way.
Of course.
They taught them to say.
You ever see Robert De Niro's son? He looks better
than a girl. Like he dresses up like a girl.
It's ridiculous.
He's like grown up. Candace. Hi, Candace. She knows what a Portuguese breakfast is. It's when you whisk eggs with pieces of ham and pour it down your girl's butt. And she farts it out of the pan and you fry it up. Kind of hot. I have never heard of that. So you get it. How do you get it to go in the asshole? I guess it's just,
I think they mean to pour it down the ass crack. And I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, and then you fry it up. I'd give that a shot. I'd give it a shot. Right? We love girls' asses. Why not have some fucking breakfast from it?
Yeah, Joe, I can see you telling the wife, excuse me, wife, can you do me a favor? I'm going to whip up some eggs and ham, and I'm going to pour it down your ass crack. Can you fart as it's coming down your ass so I can fry it and eat it? You know what would happen? You get this. Boom.
She hit me with the frying pan. Like in a cartoon. I'd have a lump. Yeah.
Are you fucking?
I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally. Frankie sounds like a gunnery sergeant.
You should be Italian.
Nathan, racial bigotry in my core. You're all equally worthless in Full Metal Jacket. Chris Dickinson wasn't black. He was gay.
Same thing.
Lose that soul. So he's one of the there's I think 3 Olympians that have passed on, right? Or 4?
Yeah.
Colombo, Dickerson,
Roden, Palumbo.
might be.
I said
Franco?
Colombo. I said Palumbo.
Oh, you said
I said Palumbo. No. And then you got
Larry Scott, Sergio Oliva, Chris Dickerson, and Franco. 4 and 5. Sean
Yeah.
Roden. 5. Man, I remember when they were all alive.
Yes, me
And
too.
all on stage at the
Arnold.
Olympics.
Oh,
It was at the Arnold, and only the one that wasn't there was Arnold wasn't there, and he did a video tribute. Sorry, I can't make it, but all of them, even Larry Scott, Larry and Olivia were there. That was pretty cool. I have pictures from it on some hard drive somewhere. But yes, Dickerson won the 1982, and it was on the first cover of the first Flex magazine.
Was he on the first cover of Flex? That was that.
Yes, 1984. He was on the. Was it 84? I forget, but whatever year it was, the first issue had Chris Dickerson was on the cover, and then Corey Everson was on the second.
I think it was 82 because I think I was in LA when he came out. When that came out,
He won the Olympia then. Yeah, it might have been 82. Remember, it was thin Flex when it first came out.
Yeah, but wait a minute, was it? Yeah, because it had the square. Wait, it had that other spine. Wait, was it Dickerson or wasn't it Colombo that was on the first one?
No, it was. I remember it was Chris Dickerson. Yeah, because it was different. Because you had to be a bodybuilding fan to know even though he won an Olympia, he was a one-off guy.
If you guys wondering why I'm coughing, it's because I had throat cancer. My throat doesn't swallow right, so when I was just drinking, it goes down the wrong pipe. So I got a cough. But COVID, Corona.
All right, let's finish up. It's
Goes
a 1:45. I can confirm the original British were hard as fuck. From there, he's got.
They are. They are. They were hard as fuck. Is right.
Greg and Joe, bizarre question. Let's say you were police and working alongside each other. You found out that a troubled 21 years. You had this 21-year-old guy. Dale, how old are you? Decides to unalive himself by literally suffocating using his mom's dirty underwear. How's she look? That's evidence. Shocked and somewhat bemused by how he decided. This is fucking funny. How he decided to go out. Your job is sit down and the man's parents explain to them. How would you doing it?
I'm not sure what I was asking. So the guy suffocate himself.
You have to make a notification because he's unalived, and he did it to himself. It's not a criminal thing. It's a self done. But he choked himself with his mom's.
How fat was his mother?
Dirty underwear. I guess we would have to say that we would try to leave as many details out unless they asked.
But Joe,
you can't be honest. You can't tell them a lie.
Joe, a true detective would want to know: did he die?
Notifications. I've never had one that is quite bizarre as that. They usually don't ask too many details. How did it happen? Was suffocation or choking?
Wait, but Joe, right? True detective would want to know: did he suffocate because the stink was so bad because her mother's got that fucking crotch rot, or was he pipe off with it like this?
Yeah,
while wearing her bra and masturbating.
Oh God. And be on a fucking chin-up bar like fucking David Carradine.
Oh my God! In the closet too.
Kung Fu, yeah.
Kung
Snatch
Fu.
the pebble from my
Kwai
hand.
Chang Kane. Kwai Chang.
Fucking
Master Po, why is the prairie so grassy? He would ask the stupid. Remember, Master Po.
Yeah, that was a very good show, Kung Fu. I
did. I liked it.
It was fucking interesting.
There's nothing more racist, Joe. There's nothing more racist than a white guy playing an Asian.
He wasn't. He was a regular white guy.
He was a regular white guy playing an Asian.
Was he Italian? Yes.
Right?
Oh,
he did all like real slow.
Yeah. What a shit show! But we watched every.
It was supposed to be Bruce Lee. You know that Bruce Lee wrote that. Did you know that?
And then he died.
He was pissed because they gave that part to Carradine.
Oh, before he died. Okay.
The original was supposed to be Bruce
very
Lee.
young. Yeah.
He died in 72.
he was Kato in the Green Hornet.
Yes.
But they said he was a real pain in the ass in real life. He was a fucking crier and like Robbie Robinson of fucking Hollywood and karate, like always complaining about something. That's what they say. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I know though that he wrote that show Kung Fu for himself, and he was supposed to be. And I forgot the reason why they didn't give it to him, but they gave it to David Carradine, who's a white guy.
Yeah,
He's
white as you.
I mean, it's ridiculous. They always talk the award at. And every time they talk, hey, Chinaman, get away from me, Chinaman. I'm like, dude, it's a white guy. You know what I mean? You can't see this white.
Oh,
right? It was so racist. If you watch that show, it was actually racist as hell.
Yes.
Because they would call him Chinaman and all that, Chinito.
Yeah. The arch nemesis. Wendy would absolutely destroy you. Yes, and I would absolutely love it. Gregg was the original Charlie Arms, a true KO artist. He learned from the best. Okay?
Charlie Arms, bad dude.
JMK, Jim K. Good afternoon, Bison. Talking about working where, or did Gregg work while being in California? Oh, when you were doing the Gold's Gym and stuff, did you work out there, or did you just borrow and steal?
No, I worked a little bit at McDonald's. I worked a little bit at McDonald's, but I saved up to go out there pretty much, and that's what happened. You know what I mean?
You used that. Okay.
I worked 2 jobs. I worked as a bouncer at night, and then I also drove a school bus during the day.
With the
with the fucking retarded kids. Remember I told you the story. One time I had to take a shit, and I ran to the back of the bus. I pulled the bus over, and I had all these kids. They were so handicapped. They'd be like, like sitting like this and shit. And I couldn't help but laugh because I shit on a newspaper in the back seat. You know what I mean? And I threw it out the window. And I see all these fucking kids. All I saw was the back of theirs. They had no idea. They didn't even know I existed. You know what I mean?
No, they had no idea. Yeah.
I drove seriously handicapped kids.
That's sad, though. It really is.
It is, because some of them were doing.
You were helping them. You were doing a good. Besides that one shit, you were helping them.
Well, I was helping them. I was helping them even with that too, because if I would have shit my pants, that fucking bus would have stunk.
But what did you do with the paper? You threw it.
I threw it out the window.
Okay,
I pulled over. I was off the side of a road, and I pulled over, and I just threw it right out the window. That's before there was cameras and all kinds of shit.
Oh, you can do whatever you want in those days. You can jerk off and fucking.
You know what the funniest thing? One time I was between runs, between schools. So we would park the bus and wait like 20 minutes and shit. And there's no phones or any of that kind of shit back then. So I remember I had to go to the bathroom again, and because I would drink like these cake shakes, to try to gain weight, right? But anyway, so I fucking. Like a shit bubble hit me, right? And I had like overalls on. They were white too, like white overalls, right? With the snaps like Farmer Joe's. And I ran out of the bus, and I went behind this building where there's a hill, and all trees, and then down at the bottom there's a stream, and then it goes back up. So I run and I go, and it's like snowy, and I start to shit, and I tripped. And I tripped, and as I tripped, I'm just shitting, and like shit's all over me. And I landed in the stream down below. I was in the stream in the ice water. I was laying, and I was hurt. Like, oh fuck! And I look, and there's a guy standing there, like 2 feet away from me, holding a dog on a leash, and he was laughing his ass off. I got my fucking Pisha Ligads out, everything. I had to fucking run back to the bus. Because I had time, I was not far from my house. I shot to the house, quickly changed my clothes and shit so I could get the fuck out of it. But otherwise, I would have been in real trouble.
Oh, that's a bad day, bro. Bad enough you had to shit in public, then you fucking fell.
I told you that story, right? With when when I was the cop at the time, I had to go to this place, right? And I was at the gym training, and I was running late, but they had these little precinct spots where I had to go, right? So I went in there, and there was the other cop had gone, so he was waiting for me to come in, but he left. So I go there, and it was actually, I remember the exact date. It was because it was 4th of July, and it was like, I think 1985. So I get there and I'm late, right? And the sergeant goes to me, "Why are you late?" And I said, well, because I was like 20 minutes late and I was working out. I can't tell him that. So I lied and I said, "Well, I'm going for a bodybuilding show, and I thought I had to fart, and I shit my pants, so I had to go back to the house and change my clothes." And he stares at me and he goes to me, "Write that down on a greenie." A greenie was, I don't know what you guys call it, but it was an incident report, right? He goes, "You write that down on an incident report right now." He goes, I'm going to turn that into the lieutenant and everything. So I said, okay. So I tried training for a bodybuilding show. I thought I had to fart. Instead, it was shit, and I shit my pants, and I had diarrhea, so I had to go home and change my pants. And I give it to him, and he's reading it like this, and he's looking at me, and he goes, "You expect me to really turn this in, right?" And I said, "Yeah." Now remember, I'm on probation. It's a probationary, right? Cop, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So he's looking at this and he's reading it, and he, with a straight fucking face, he goes to me, "I can't hand this in. Are you fucking serious? You're going to stick to the story?" And I said, "This story, I tried to fart and I shit my pants." So he goes, he fucking rips it up like this and tears it, and he goes, "God damn it, son of a bitch." He goes, "Next time, if you're fucking late again, I swear to God, I'll make you take your gun belt off your, like your clothes, and you drive home in your fucking underwear. You hear me?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." Son of a bitch. Dude, he was such an asshole. Son of a bitch. His daughter worked at some store, right? And it was like in the woods. And I went there, and because there was a call, it was trouble there. He was there. He's this big redheaded fucking Momo, Joe. Is a redheaded Momo. He was on the bagpipe thing. They did the bagpipes and shit.
Drums. Yeah.
And he did that shit. And the girl goes to me, "My dad's on the road. There's a service road." She goes, "He's on the service road. That guy ran through the woods. He's trying to escape." So I ran through the service road, right? Through the woods to get to the service road. When I get there, the kid had him on a chokehold like this. The kid, he was ready to. I jumped in midair and I fucking grabbed him in a headlock. The kid, I started slamming his fucking head off the car. I mean, I did so much shit to. And from that moment on, that guy was like, "Dude, you're all right in my book, Valentino." Swear to God.
Yeah, he was not for that. Yeah, you saved his fucking ass.
I saved his. Joe, this big fucking lummox. He's a lummox. He's a big guy. He was like 6'3" or 6'4". Joe, he couldn't beat up a fucking fly. He was on that bagpipe. That bagpipe shit,
Yeah.
But
he had a fucking attitude.
He couldn't fucking fight. This guy was not even big. He was small. And he was a skinny fucking red hair guy. And he had that fucking guy. He was choking him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God.
You did what you had to do that. Yeah, you did the right thing.
But imagine, Joe, what would you do if fucking one of your guys tells you, "Yeah, I'm late, Joe, because I tried to fart and I shit my pants and stuff like that." Yeah. But I mean, you don't know
whatever. Sounds good.
Yeah,
but this guy he made on time. Don't fart.
I had to write it all up, Joe. We called them greenies. Right? It was an incident report. It's the incident reports, really. You write that up right now. You get a greenie. You write that up on a greenie right now. So I sat there and I wrote exactly that. I shit my pants. I thought it was fart, and I got off.
I wish he gave it back to you and you still had it.
What's that?
I wish he gave it back to you and you still had it. He didn't.
I know, right? I have a whole briefcase full of my old bullshit, so I might have something. I don't think I have that he tore that up and ripped it up in front of me because he's like, "You expect me to turn this in? Do you expect me to turn this in? You're
say what you fucking want. Say what you mean. Say what you fucking.
I said, "What do you want me to say?" I thought I was going to fart, but I shit my pants. Yeah. None of it's true. I was working out.
What do you want me to tell you?
I lost track of time. I was like a half hour late, and he just freaked. You know what I mean? He freaked. But that was quick thinking because Joe, no matter what, if I said anything else, no matter what it could have been, you know what I'm saying? He would have. I would have been in serious trouble.
You would have got one, yeah.
I was on probation, right? So they might have tossed me.
Yeah. Greg is familiar with the Portuguese breakfast. You're familiar. AJ says that you know about it. You
not that. I listen. My girlfriend's kinky, and we could do a lot of fucking crazy shit. But there's no way I'm fucking gonna pour eggs down her asshole.
Yes.
She's not gonna allow that.
Yeah, I don't think that's a tough sell. I wanna meet the chick that says I do that. Big Vedolino, arm wrestling match between you two. Who wins? Greg.
Who? I'm not. I don't like when people ask me.
Give it to
It's
you
just like-
because you fucking work out a lot harder than I do. I know
No,
that.
but I ain't arm wrestling nobody.
I'm too tired and old. Greetings from Sweden and a good night. Thank you, Sweden. How are the blonde pussies over there?
Oh yeah. See, I'm not a big with blondes, but when they're natural blonde, like with that
it's
pale skin and blue eyes and shit.
See, we're Greece with Southern Guinea.
Dude, I
We
like
used
the.
to- No, Andre the Giant arm hands on chicks.
Oh no, we don't like that. But
I don't like it, but that's the natural ones. They
The
all have the
blonde-
mustache.
What about the blonde hair on the belly, up the belly button, like the happy trail to the belly
That's
button?
okay. That's all right. Only the
Oh, yeah.
blonde, though. I don't
No,
want to be able
blonde.
to
Yeah.
hit the sunlight to be seen, or the
Yes.
TV light. Reps and rumors. Let's chat, Joe. I'd love to come on. Have a go. Definitely, Matt. We will. We definitely would. That was filmed in Toronto here. What was filmed?
What was filmed in Toronto?
The Alto Nights he must be talking about. A lot
Oh.
of things get filmed in Canada. I know Vancouver is really big because the fucking idiots in the U.S. charge way too much for the permits. So
Yeah,
a
but
lot
they
huge
elected.
of film up in Canada. to
All
save
films
money.
are done in Canada pretty much right now. But the
Yeah.
problem is they elected an idiot for a fucking, president, and now I don't understand. What do you need a prime minister and a president, or what do you need all
Yeah,
that shit for?
Yeah, prime
I don't-
minister is really the main. That's the prime minister's like our president. He's the one that is like the Trump, the Obama, the Biden. He's the final say.
Yeah, but
they
that
do
guy's.
have the ranks, and I don't know.
I don't get all that shit. But the
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah, parliamentary
he's
system is different. That's
constantly
France.
fighting with Trump, though. You know what I mean? And dude, let me tell you something. If there was ever a war without us, you're fucked. So is Mexico. So is all South America. There's none of it. You're fucked.
Yeah.
So
I
break out the knee pads.
don't like war. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Me too.
AJ, Giovinezza Mussolina Primavera. AJ likes when I do one.
AJ.
Would you guys try a self-driving car? I want to see if it could give me a hand job. And I'll definitely I would
can't.
try it. Sounds like it. What happens? If something goes wacky with it, does it have like automatic shut off? It probably does.
I don't know, but my niece has it. My niece can stand at it, be parked in a parking lot, do something with the fucking phone or whatever it is, and the car will actually drive itself right to her.
Really?
It's a Tesla. She has a Tesla.
Oh,
And she
yeah, they have.
She
some
sits back like
wild
this in
shit.
the car, and she can just sit back like this, and the fucking thing drives, stops at lights. It's amazing.
That's fucking crazy, right? I don't even like fucking cruise control. I feel like it's doing too
No.
much without me. I get weirded out, if I put it on by mistakes.
I just think it's a recipe for disaster somehow.
Yeah. King Dale, Greg and Joe, thanks for answering the questions. Appreciate it, guys. Good stream. King Dale,
Thank you,
so
King Dale. I
much
appreciate it. Thank you for
for
being
asking
here, man.
questions. Yeah, you were fucking steady.
But you know what's
guy.
bad about those cars, Joe? Too? Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to say, you know what's bad about those cars? She's charging the things, and I'm like, she'll be at the charging station for 40 minutes or 45 minutes, and it's only 60%. I'm like, why would you do that? That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, imagine you have no situation and it's fucking about to go.
You're fucked.
You're fucked.
Imagine one of those straight roads out in Arizona, and all of a sudden your fucking car dies.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Go
I wouldn't feel comfortable in that. I would not feel comfortable with that.
No, that's
Carradine was a white guy masquerading as. Yes, he was masquerading as a kung fu guy. Disneyland.
Yes.
We'll get through these comments and then we'll punch out, Greg. We've been on 2 hours. Story time with Greg. Episode 1. Greg shits his pants on off ramp, and some lady wants to fight him.
Yes. That little lesbian that looked like fucking Al Pacino.
Yes.
Ronnie Coleman asks every time I see Ronnie Coleman, he tells me, tell me that story again. He loved that story.
Oh, that's funny shit. Literally. I remember this from the book, Greg.
Thank you,
From
AJ. I
your
appreciate that.
upset and muscles. The coil spring in the garbage. That was the eye shot. That was where your
Yes.
trouble started.
Who wrote that? Who knew that? Who said that?
AJ.
Yes. Oh, AJ, yes. The coil spring in the garbage, yep.
Dustin Short. Nice to watch a podcast where Greg seems appreciated. He's
Thank you.
appreciated on RX.
Thank you.
Greg is he's my buddy. I love him.
Thank you. And I love you too, Joe. You know that.
I love you. The fucking I don't think there's a problem on the other show either. I'm just
No,
being
they all
honest.
let me. I get along really well with those guys.
Hanging out with them that Sunday the whole day together. You guys had a great time, you said.
Yeah, Dave comes over my house to eat dinner and shit. But the thing is, it's just that, you know, the subjects that we talk about. Do you know what we talked about this past week, Joe? We talked about fucking how much steroids did you shoot in the bicep, and why'd you do that? Oh, here we go. You know,
I saw the thumbnail. If you would have stayed natty, would you have been a great bodybuilder? I was going to watch
wait,
it.
what? I didn't even see it.
Yeah. It was something like, how far would you have gone if you stayed natty? Something like that. And there was a natty picture, and then one of the big arm pictures, and then a picture of you and Dave like laughing. I was doing something else, and I got tied up. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I saw that, so it really wasn't about that.
Oh, Jesus, Joe. I hate that shit.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Oh, my mother used to say that.
I knew I was
Your
fucked.
mother too, right? Yeah. Jesus, Mary and
Oh, I
Joseph.
was getting beaten.
My mother used to say that shit all the
I
time.
would say it slow, and it was even worse.
What about when you were called? When your mother called you, right? Did she? And what's your middle name?
James.
All right, my name's Joseph. So if your mother said like Joseph
Oh.
James, you knew like you were in trouble. If your middle name was thrown in that, you knew like, oh shit, there's what I do, right?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
knew.
And there's no reason to fucking use my middle name unless you were
Right.
really pissed.
My mother actually hated my middle name because she had, you know, my father's name was Joseph. He wanted to name me after my grandfather.
Okay.
But my mother had a stepfather who was like really bad, you know, beating and bullshit, right? And his name was Joseph. So my mother's like, look, I'll name him whatever else you want to name him, but I can't name him Joseph because every time I call him Joe, I'll be thinking of that son of a bitch, my stepfather, and then I want to kill him. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not Joe.
Listen. To me, I usually you name them together as a couple, but if it's between one or the other, I usually let the woman.
100%.
I say even if it was something I hated, she wouldn't have said no. I insist, but I always was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I didn't fight. I didn't want a junior. You know, I wasn't like, oh no, I gotta have a junior. You know, I'm not one of these fucking guys.
100%, Joe. I would have, you know, I mean, you know, my sister basically was named after my mother's father. Her name was Jamie. You know, my sister's name was Jamie, and so she hit her father,
which is the same thing with my son. Both fathers, right? My wife's and my father are both named James. Were both named James, so it was fucking easy.
Oh, see, that's
we got everybody happy with one name. I'm like, no, don't call him Joe. James is the perfect name. His middle name is Joe, and my middle name is James. So it's you know, we're like opposite. But yeah, that was an easy one. Both the same name.
Yeah, my mother's father's name was James as well, so she named my sister Jamie. You know what I mean? If she would have been a boy, she would have been James, but she named her Jamie.
Well, my wife too was Jane, and her father's James. So it's kind of
that's
like,
funny.
You know, like a male female version, kind of. You know.
Yeah,
Legend
you know.
Yeah,
So,
it is kind of like the version. You know what I'm saying? I bet Andre did reprehensible damage to body. Andre the Giant. I don't want to see penis, but I would love to see a nude picture of him just to see how large he actually was. He had to have a fucking 10-inch cock.
And he had to fuck from behind. There's no way you could have that. You couldn't do missionary, him laying on top of you. Holy shit. The breath alone. I'll ask him next time he comes here. My mother.
He gets off the donkey. On Spadina Avenue here in Chinatown. You're in Chinatown? Everybody has a Chinatown. New York, California.
Yeah, but wait,
San
there's
Francisco.
only one. There's only one real Chinatown. New York's Chinatown was the original, like was the bad ad. That's the Chinatown, right?
And it's taken over Little Italy.
Yeah, well, Little Italy and Chinatown are right next to each other.
Stolen land. It's stolen land. They're stealing it from the
It's
Italians.
stolen land, you son of a bitches. You stole it from the Native Americans back in the 1500s.
Let's give it back to the Native Americans. I'll let the Chinese
Let's give it
take
back. Let's give it back.
Big-
Which tribe do we give it back to, by the way? Oh, wait a minute.
Casino. Best exercise for outer biceps. I'll kick this to you, obviously.
I mean,
Outer.
if you look at, yeah, I think what I always liked was like, the concentration curls like this. You know what I mean? The one on the knee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pinky to front
It's
delt.
really
Don't do that
really
shit to the
works.
chest like that. You've got to pinky to front delt.
pinky
You know-
to ear. But you really can't work the peak per se. But they say concentration curls is the best bet to
Right.
focus. And,
I liked it, but if you either got peak or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, split biceps is a genetical thing as well.
Yeah, I have a split bicep. Yep, it's genetic. Only one arm has it. The other arm didn't.
Yeah, if you have it and you work out, that starts to show. It doesn't mean it grew from there. It was underneath the whole time. Like Boya Ko. He said his father never touched the weight in his life, and he had split biceps from being a working man.
Really? I never heard that.
Boya Ko. I'm a Cajun. Yeah, he's a great interview, Boya Ko. Sean Ray just had him on. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if it's out yet. Sean Ray has a new series called Where Are They Now on the YouTubes. And
Wow.
Boya was his first guest. So I'm interested in. I interviewed Boya Ko way back when I first started MSN.
I loved Boya Ko back in the day. He had
he's
some
great,
back
yeah.
on him.
Oh man, but still to this day, I always say he has the best biceps as far as like Lee has the best biceps all around, but Boya, as far as definition, has the best biceps.
Well, you know who I thought had really great biceps that I liked when I was growing up? Believe it or not, Robby Robinson, because when he went like this, his bicep came up to a point, and then his tricep peaked like this. His tricep had peak and his bicep had peak.
Yeah, fucking.
But that's genetics. Joe, let me just say something about Robby Robinson. One more second here. It's genetics, okay? Not for nothing, but the man never got fat, even in the off season when he would be. They used to say that Robby walked around looking like contest ready all year long, and it never changed the contest.
He was probably smart. He probably didn't eat shit. I'll give him credit. You can't look like that just genetically. You got to kind of.
No, but that's
he probably he didn't have to worry about it as much as maybe Evan Santapani or somebody like that would get it big,
Yeah, but I don't mean to sound like Jimmy the Greek, but he was born with that. You know what I'm saying?
Not the Jimmy the Greek. Yeah.
I remember Jimmy the Greek.
Oh, he lost his gig to that. Big Vedolino. Google it. I need to Google that. I don't know what that means. Thanks for the show, gents. AJ, thank you so much. Greg,
thank you, AJ. Goes fast, bro. Goes fast.
It does. 2 hours and 10 minutes. We didn't give about 2 hours. We started a few minutes late. 2 hours and change. How's that?
Okay, keep holding up the wrong one.
That's we love it. Vince's old man's tune-up is still he's a paisa.
I'm just about out.
Grant needs some more enhanced. Go to Enhanced Labs and take care of all our sponsors. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today on the Greg and Joe Show, brought to you by Enhanced Labs. And we'll see you next week, right, Greg?
See you on the next one.
Be good, here, man. Great, bro. Love you. I will see you
soon.
Guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Please show me an hour with Valentino and Joe P. New York guineas on the loose, New York guineas on the juice, New York guineas are the truth. Please enjoy our show, and maybe your masseuse is listening too, so give her a splooge. Greg and Joe, Joe and Greg, Joe and Greg, Greg and Joe. I can't come up with any lyrics, so just start the fucking show, bro. And let's hope our 2 guineas on a no-show. choke.